Hello everyone and welcome to the unboxing and review of the Alleyman Tarot. This deck has been highly anticipated by myself and by a lot of people. So here's the box of the deck. It's a pretty big box, although it says here Alley Strikers long stick matches, and then you have this sticker on top, the Alleyman Tarot. I guess this is kind of just a little joke or something on the packaging, which is fine. And here's kind of like where you would strike it, although there's no difference in texture. The texture is the same. I'm sure you can hear stuff rattling here. We're gonna go through that, of course. And this is the guidebook. Let's take a look at the guidebook. Now, the guidebook has everything, including, so here's, I guess, a bit of a disclaimer before we officially start. I don't have like all the boosters. I do have the deck, and I have, I think, like a booster number 4. I peeked really quickly, but I haven't opened it yet. We're gonna go through that, but I know I'm not super tech savvy when it comes to Kickstarter. I'll be very honest. So I backed it on Kickstarter, but as the campaign kept going, and it also got delayed, which I understand. It got delayed because of COVID and because of printing issues and things like that. So I totally understand that. That doesn't bother me. But it kept like getting like booster add-ons, and I just didn't understand if I was supposed to back the boosters or add them on, or I have to pay extra. And I'm definitely manifesting some abundance for myself. So at the time, my abundance did not allow me to get like all the boosters. But so like when you open the box, you see there's kind of a space. But let's get into it. That's not important. Let's get into the cards. Let's get into the book. Let's get into the guidebook. Here you have Alleyman Tarot, a bit of a introduction. And it says, I've been collecting this shit for years. Pick a pack like baseball cards. You used to have baseball cards in here. Some Pokemons. If you found this, you have any personal guide to my deck, which I assume you also have. Well, have at it. I get new ones every week. This is just what I have this month. If you find it in an alley, you can take it whatever cards from me you can get away with. I just replace them all the time. That's how I end up with all the duplicates. Use this deck to tell the truth. That's my only rule. If I find out you're out here being a dumbass out there, I'll be finding I'm serious. Be good to people. Okay, that's cute, bit of a humor. And then we get into our table of contents. You have the deck notes, the major arcana. As you can see, there's a lot of death cards. Of course, all different depictions. These are all the major arcanas. Then we get into this Ace of Cups, the Suit of Cups, the Suit of Wands, Suit of Swords, and Suit of Coins or Pentacles, and the Strange Suit. This is actually really interesting. And then we have some added cards, the Empty, Trader, Performer, the Thing Among Reflections, and the Final Tarot card. Suggestions, reading and spreads, research and credits, and then the Lost cards, which the Lost cards are actually the boosters. So here is what you get. You get one page for each card. So you have a color depiction, the title, and pretty much like talking a little bit about the art and what it means. What I do love about this deck and what really drove me to this deck. So I guess one thing I should say before we gotten started, the Alleyman Tarot, every card is from a different deck. So this deck is a culmination of so many different other tarot decks. So it's not the same artwork on each card. What I like about this too as well is that here you have, of course, as I said, the color depiction, and then it almost looks like a post-it note of who made it. So this Fool was made by Melissa Gall, and you can find Melissa Gall here. And it does that for all of them. So as you can already tell, the Magician and the High Priestess are from wildly different decks, right? And then same thing. This Magician was made by Roberto Papavero Crusca for the Negredo Major Arcana. And then you can find him here. And the High Priestess was made by Charlotte Simonson of Witching for the Gold Star Tarot. So the cool thing too is that you kind of have this, and if you really love the artwork, you can maybe get like the Neurotic Owl Tarot. Or if you really love this, you can get the Collapsar, which I'm assuming that's a tarot deck as well. So that's really cool. So you get pretty much the same amount. You get a whole page. As you can see, there are 2 Hierophants. One that's kind of like more old school, and then this one is more Marseille. We get to the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit. And obviously, it's one page for each card. Then we get into all the deaths. And then you have Death, Stubborn, Rebirth, Fire, Hotel, Blood. I don't know if I'm going to keep all of them. Death, Dancing, Death, Riding. It's kind of cool, actually. Sewing, Shovel. And this book is full of like these little added design effects. Almost like as if this you can kind of see, I feel like this on the sides was like washi tape or something, or meant to look like washi tape, as if somebody journaled, or this is somebody's like tarot journal. Which, that's the Alleyman Tarot, right? It's the Alleyman's journal, and you're kind of looking at stayings and sketches and little things like that. So this is a bit of an added card. You have, so here's the tower, and then you have another tower as the house of God. So sometimes the tower is called the house of God, and it says here, see the tower. Same thing as see the tower, called the horizon. Of course, as we can see, it explains it. It's just, it never really saw that horizon. You have two suns, the sigil sun and the sun with the alpaca. That's actually super cute. Okay, so that's the major arcana. Now we get into the minor arcanas, and I love that the minor arcanas get the same amount of love. Usually in these guidebooks, the major arcana has like a full page or 2 pages, and the minor arcana is just like a little paragraph. Here you get the same amount of love. This Ace of Cups was made by Vicente Molina for the Tarot Morandi. This Two of Cups was made by Adam Zonka for the Black Ritual Tarot. And then, of course, you have the full page explanation, and it's like that for like every minor arcana, you know. This deck is a big one, so it gets a little bit confusing. And I don't think it's separated. Let's see. So here we got the 9, 10 of discs. We have the page, the Knight of Rings, or the Knight of Pentacles. That's one thing too that can be confusing if you're maybe new to the tarot, is pentacles sometimes are called discs, sometimes are called coins. And here, he respects what the artist did. So if the tarot deck that we're using, or that we're looking at, the artist made pentacles, he's calling it pentacles. If the artist changed in that deck to discs, he is respecting that and using discs. That may be confusing for some. Actually, I haven't done a reading with it yet, so it might be confusing in a reading, like maybe too much going on. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera a little bit. Too much going on, but we'll see. I haven't read with it. We got the Queen and the King, and then we go directly into, what did he call it? He called it the Strange Suit. So we have the Ace of Hounds, and here it is, the Ace of Hounds, the Two of Whips, the Three of Books, the Four of Keys. So these suits don't exist in a traditional tarot deck. Unless like somebody took it and like changed, let's say, wands to keys or pentacles to keys. A lot of people do that. So I guess that's what he's calling the strange suit. The Six of Inking Balls. I've never seen that before, actually, which is another reason why I got this deck. There is artwork here that I've never seen before. There is certain things that I don't know, like certain decks that I've never heard of. And this is actually just almost like a little encyclopedia, like just like really cool. Like, hey, I want to know more about the Masterless Knight, right? And it says here, the Knight was illustrated by Amy Smith for the Caretaker's Normal Tarot. Now I'm actually kind of intrigued to look at Amy Smith's artwork. So that's pretty much it for the whole thing. These, again, is the Strange Suit. And then we get towards the end to the Undaunted, the Empty, the Traitor, the Performer, the Thing Among Reflections, and the final tarot card. I guess this one, me again, but I made it in a dream, or thought I did. So I guess maybe Alleyman is the one that created this card. Pretty interesting. And then here is where we get, this is the section I'm calling the Alleyman Suggestions. So it's not super obvious that we like changed. It kind of looks like it's still the same explanation, but you just have to get used to the book. And then we get into spreads. This is the section I'm calling readings and spreads. You get the 3-card spread, a fork in the road spread. You also have a semi-traditional 12-card spread. It almost looks like the Celtic cross, but bigger. The story spread, 5-card hand, highs and lows. There are so many actually, which I really love. The slant, the thoughtful shit, the 13 spread. See, and he also adds like these little design elements to it as if he like scratched it himself. The 7 spread, the alley spread, the choice grid, the 1 card, the full deck reading. Ooh, that I like how there's a question mark in here. It's like, really? Okay. Research and credits, and then we get into the lost cards, is what he calls it. Which there's a lot of them. Okay, so I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but as you can see, there's a lot of them and they seem to be a little bit out of order, right? You have Judgment, the Undead, and then the Lovers, Deals in the Dark. So I guess it gets a little bit confusing. But as you can see, the edges here are different. So here we've got some like bees and flowers. Here we got some bees and flowers as well. But then it changes to this kind of like fall colors or something. Not sure. And then we get like this cat over here. So what these mean is that it's different boosters. As I said, I don't have like all the different boosters, but yeah. So these are like the different boosters that you can see with the edges here. Yeah, okay. So let's get into the cards. Let me move this book out of the way. Okay, so here it just slides out like that. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of space. I'm assuming it's for like boosters, it's for like other stuff that it comes with. So I got this poker chip, the Alley's Casino, number 7, which is all right, that's cool. I'm not sure what to use it for, but and then there's this pretty cool coin. I guess you can use the coin for, if I can get it out, for divination or something, right? Maybe one side is like tails, the other is heads or something. The 13th and Fate, 1607. Interesting. It's actually really good quality. It's really good material. Okay, and then you have, like this is the booster pack. So you see it says booster pack number 4, 7 more tarot cards from his deck. And then here is the deck. I haven't even taken out the plastic yet. Let me get my scissors and we can get into it. As you can see, there are way more than 78 cards in this deck. And as you can tell by the edges, here's like the deck, and then there's like different colors. They look metallic. They actually look kind of fun. Okay, so let's actually go through. Should we go through all of them? All right, we'll try. We'll try to go through all of them. So here's the Fool. I do wish that it said the Fool somewhere, but that's okay. We'll remember. The Magician. The cardstock is really good. So it feels like the cardstock is the same for all of them, which is good, right? And the cut, as you can see, and the sizes are all the same. Because these different decks are not the same size. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. So he kind of, the Alleyman Tarot made it, unified everything by the same size and also by the same. Oh, here's the backs. Are the backs different? I haven't even looked. Oh, the backs are different. So, okay, so as we can see, the art remains the same as the deck, the original deck. It's very flexible. It had to be. It couldn't be too thick because look at this. The deck is already thick enough. Here's the Hermit, right? Actually, I really like this Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, that's a cool Justice. Hanged Man. Death number 1. Death number 2. Death number 3. This, to me, I think might be a little bit, I mean, I can see the 13 right here, so I get it, but it might be a little bit confusing because I may think of the tower when I see this one. This one's cute. To me, it's a little bit silly. It's cute. Reminds me of Bates Motel, right? It's from the movie Psycho. Like, that's where you find death. So here you've got death again, death, more death. A lot of Scorpio. I wonder if Alleyman's a Scorpio. Here we've got Temperance, the Devil, the Tower. We saw some of these as I was scrolling through the book. The Sun and the other Sun. Judgment in the World. Yeah, as you can see, the backs are all different. I'm not gonna go through all the backs, guys, because that's gonna be too much for us to be doing this. I guess this would be the 7, right? La Pensée, the 7 of Cups, and the 8. Some of these are really, really different. Oh, this 10 of Cups is beautiful. I love that. I guess it's like a picnic tarot or something. I don't know. The Knight of Cups, the King, again is the Ace of Cups. Wait, are we missing a Queen? It looks like we are, maybe, because the Valet is the Page. We got the Knight, and we go directly to the King. I wonder if she's like mixed in here. The Ace, 2 of Wands. I guess we are missing some things, because here's a 2 of Wands. It jumps to the 4 of Wands, and then we get the 5 of Wands. And then we go to the 8, and then the 10 of Wands. I am getting very confused right now, but we're just gonna power through. I'm gonna keep going because I don't know what to say. This is probably the Page. This is the Knight. We have the Queen and the King. All right, at least this one we have all the court cards. But you see we go from the King of Wands. I don't see an Ace. We go directly to the 2 of Swords. Okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna keep going. 3 of Swords. Well, that's kind of cute, actually. 4 of Swords. The 5. Interesting. Sorry. Here's the, I don't know what deck this is, but it's the 7 of, is it the 7? Yes, I think so. Yeah, because then the next one is 8. 9 and 10 of Swords. The Page, no Knight, and then a Queen, and the King of Swords. This deck I actually own, and I love this deck. It's the Tarot de El Dios de los Tres, something like that, in Spanish. But I love this deck. This deck is super cool. 2 of Pentacles. Pretty traditional 3 of Pentacles. Oh, that's cute. A little, what is it? 8-bit? 5 of Pentacles. 6. Oh, that's beautiful. 6. 7. 8. I think that's a 9. And a 10. No Page or Knight, but we go to the Queen, and then we go to the King. Oh, I guess this is the Lost, right? The Lost Suit is what he called it in the guidebook. I believe this was called, what, the 3 of Books, something like that. I don't remember all of them. Obviously not. I didn't look through all of them. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Tentacles. Oh, sorry. 9 of Clocks. 10 of Eyes. This is the Builder. Okay. The Wild Hunt. The Joker. Paimon, King of Subjugation. Interesting. Giuseppe. It's kind of cute. The Dark Sun. The Black Moon. This is number 22. I don't know what that is. The hole. The Hawkmoth. The getter, I think. Or the letter, sorry. I read that the L is a G. The letter, okay. Dagas. I believe this is a rune, isn't it? In Norse mythology. Weird ass mystical shit. The tradition. Frost. This deck, honestly, is actually really kind of cool for a like an oracle deck. Although I take that back, I don't know what this is. Okay. And we saw this one really quickly in the book. I think it was called The Empty. And then the final tarot card. And then, okay, so we still have some, because we're getting to these like kind of fancy edges, but we're still not quite there yet. Let me actually, can I separate them? Yes, let's do that. Okay, so the Night Owl, I guess, is the last one. So we have the Strength card. The Knight of Rings. I wonder if these would complete the ones, I don't know. The High Priestess, the House of God, which is also the Tower, the Lone and Level Sands, interesting. The Five of Mirrors, and the Night Owl. This one is Landscape, weirdly enough. Okay. Then we're getting into this gold edge cards, which is, I guess, it looks like death again. This is the Six of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Did we have the Queen of Cups over here? I don't think we did. I guess here she is. This would be the Knight of Swords. The Four of Keys. The Moon. The Masterless Knight. The Consecration. The Star. Ooh, look at that shiny star. Even the edge. Can you guys see the edge? Not really. It's purple. Oh, there it is. Ooh, look at that shine. It's like a purple edge. That's kind of cool. Six of Wands. Page of Pentacles. I think we did not have the Page of Pentacles either. I guess here she is. I don't know why it's out of order, but the Ace of Swords. We definitely did not have the Ace of Swords, but here she is. Oh, that's beautiful. I like these backs too. I wonder what. See, now the problem with this deck is that I see myself like buying the other decks. So here's the Fountain. I can't really read that. The Boogeyman. The Devil. Three of Wands. I guess that's a Seven of Wands. This kind of looks. Is it me or does it look upside down? Not really. I don't know. I'm gonna look at the book later. I guess this looks like the Four of Discs. And then the final card is the Queen with these backs. All right, well, that's the unboxing and review of the Alleyman Tarot, whatever booster edition I had. Like I said, I found it to be a little bit confusing. Oh wait, let's look at these. I totally forgot that I had this booster pack. I put it to the side. Okay, so let's open it real quick. There's 7 more cards in here. Okay. Here we have the Queen of Ravens. Ooh, she's beautiful. The 8 of not sure what, but we have an 8. The Storyteller. Queen of Strays. Oh, that's cute. Little animals. I don't know what this is. To the Alley, Hotel Beat. I mean, it's an alleyway. We have the Publishing Goblin, which this deck was made by the Publishing Goblin. So I guess here we have, I guess here's what it is. Here we have the alley, the alleyway. We have the Publishing Goblin. Ooh, this picture is actually really cool. I wonder if this is a whole deck. And then the final card is Lightning in a Bottle. which I also think it's really cool. So okay, so that's the full, all the cards that I have. As you can see, it's a pretty wild deck, but really cool, really interesting. I don't know. I'm curious to use it, and I'm also curious to put it in order to fill out like which ones we're missing. But yeah, this is the Alleyman's Tarot, at least the version I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing review. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.